Hello, everyone, and welcome to race number 4 of the Phantom Racing League season 2023. I want to welcome everyone for joining here tonight as we're about to get going for our fourth race of the season here at Kansas Speedway. They have just wrapped up qualifying, and we're about to get the results here in a minute. And before we do that, I want to welcome our guest broadcaster here tonight. Farv, welcome.
Appreciate you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Good. Really happy to be up here in the booth with you. Looking forward to seeing another great league run. Kansas. Kansas is a really fun track. It's one of my favorites. Although it really only is a one-lane track, you can make moves with the draft, especially with it being on normal draft. I'm used to running it on normals, so having it be normal draft, I'm sure you can get a lot bigger runs than you would on lower draft.
I'm pretty much the same way. It's one of my favorite tracks to run. I love running all the way up against the outside wall on the high side, and I also love the challenge that the track presents because it is a one-lane racetrack. You have to actually improvise. You gotta figure out okay, how am I gonna get past this guy? And sometimes the best way to get around him is just to hope the guy in front of you messes up. So we got our drivers here tonight. So far we have 13 entered, and I'm gonna go over some of our drivers to look out for. Mine I'm going to look out for is if I can find him here, the number 51 car of Elvin Priest. He's finished top 5 in all 3 of his starts this season, and he has got a haircut, a fresh haircut. He thinks it's going to give him a big advantage here tonight. He's been bragging about it all week, and I am very much looking forward to see what kind of advantage that he has. And I'm looking at the results. It's helped him tremendously. He's starting 3rd tonight.
Wow.
Who
Let's
are you gonna look out for?
It's not downforce, but what's the other word I'm looking for? Drag, less drag, less hair, less drag.
Yeah.
So he should be faster. I got to go with one of my best buddies and one that has won back-to-back races, and as you said before the stream started, going for 3 in a row. Showtime Flash 9. You want to talk about a driver who has it pretty much all together? It's Flash 9. I always, when I first started this league or first started driving league races, I always tried to go off of his strategy, and he is one of the best strategy racers on this game. And if he can't beat you with speed, he will beat you with strategy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do at Kansas tonight. Him and I had a really good race going in another league that him and I run in. So I know he's quick, but I also know Elvin is in that 51. So I'll be curious to see who can pull out the win for sure.
Yep, that's definitely been the case this early on. Strategy, he's got it figured out. And so let's look at the starting lineup here for tonight. Our pole sitter and getting the bonus point, Mike RPM in the 4 car on the pole for the 2nd time this season. So another good starting spot for him. Bad Fast alongside him on the front row. In 2nd, 3rd place, we went over Elvin Priest. You talked about it. The haircut is less drag, better aero advantage for him. Starting off in the 3rd spot, and alongside him on the outside front row it's FR Shovelhead starting in row 2. Best start of the season for him. In the number 14 car, Loaderman in row 3, starting 5th on the inside, outside of him. In 6th spot, Showtime Flash in the 38 car. Rolling off P7 is D-Bat Baseball in the number 21 Ford Mustang for Wood Brothers. P8, making his 2nd start of the season, MFF Hamlin Nation, that number 18 Toyota on the outside of row number 4. Number 1 car of MFF Ed, though, our in-race reporter and race control guy, is starting in the 9th spot. And rounding out the top 10 is MFF Nomad in the number 8 car. And the rest of our starting spots Portal Guy in the 47 car starting in 11th place. 12th is 19mm in the 12 car, and starting shotgun on the field, Black Cross in the 24. Surprising, he's starting at the very back.
Yeah, maybe he had a spin. I don't know. I can't see the times, but yeah, that's really surprising. Black Cross is a super fast racer and driver. So, what was pole? I can't see what pole is right now. What was the time?
Is a 30.320.
Okay.
And Black Cross ran a 30.733 as his
So
lap
I
time.
mean, okay. So I mean, it's really not that big of a gap. I mean, a 7 is not ideal on what you want for qualifying, but that makes me think that this is going to be a super close race, just by those times alone.
And like we've discussed, it being a very difficult track to pass, track position is going to be very important. So he's got his work cut out for him here, starting that far back. So we'll see how he does as we get ready to get going here. I'm going to check in with race control, see if they're ready to go or not. So far, what races have you got coming up?
One of your favorites. We got Sonoma coming up this Sunday in the Front Row Racing series. Was lucky enough to race against you last night. We ran quite a few laps. That was a battle. I mean, I knew you were quick there, but I didn't realize you were that quick. What would be after that? I don't even know.
Hey man, you wore my ass out. Like, I always thought I was pretty quick at Sonoma, but yeah, you definitely had me there for sure. One of these days, though, it'll be a different story.
Hey, anytime you want to race, you just let me know.
I hear you, man. And I appreciate it.
It looks like that clock's rolling. Hell yeah, absolutely.
Clock is rolling, and we're about ready to get ready. About ready to get ready. What am I saying? We are ready to get ready, and the clock is at 0, and let's get in here.
You can never be too prepared. You can never be too prepared.
Look, I am a professional. The Digital Ally 400. Look at those Fanatec pedals. Get yourself one of those.
I have watched the streams that you have done from previous races this season, and dude, you're good. You're really fun to listen to, and you make the race really enjoyable to watch.
Well, I'm glad someone thinks so. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I appreciate that. I'm still loading in. You probably loaded in like hours ago with that PS5. Yep. And here's the 4-car MJ on the inside, Bad Fast on the outside. The green flag's already waving here, and we are underway here at Kansas.
So is there anything that you would like me to do, like be towards the back and look forward if you are on the leaders?
Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, but if you were like, you can look wherever, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just look wherever. If you see something, you can point it out if you want. Not to worry about that, but yeah, Bad Fast got a great start there. He's gonna charge all the way up to the top lane and take over the lead. Elvin Priest gets by the 4-car there as he'll settle into 3rd. There's Shovelhead in the 14 in the 4th spot. Loaderman in 5th. Flash in 6th place. As everyone is already lining up towards that conveyor belt up at the top side. All aboard the Bad Fast Express.
And Mike got lucky there because he was stuck down in the bottom, and it looked like Shovelhead let off for him to let him back in. But otherwise, Mike might have dropped back out of the top 10 if Shovelhead didn't let him in there.
And you already see some guys here peeking out to the middle lane in anticipation of these guys in front of him might hit the wall, or maybe just trying to set up a pass. As we look at the 8 of Nomad diving it down through the middle, getting around the 21 and D-Bat, and just barely clears him there. What a pass by the 8 car. As it is still Bad Fast out in front, Elvin in second, MJ in third, Shovelhead in fourth, Loaderman completing your top 5 there. There's the 18 car of Hamlin Nation. I want to talk about the 18 car. He's missed the last couple of races. He's only ran the season opener at Daytona. Had a massive engine issue throughout the entire race and just could not keep up with the rest of the pack. Ended up DNFing in that race, so he is way behind the 8 ball in points, and this is his chance to climb back. And that's not what he wanted there. He got into the wall in the entry of 1, but it doesn't seem to slow him down too much, as he's still within that slipstream with the car in front of him with Shovel. He's getting by the 53, a Loaderman, down the backstretch.
And it seems like they're fanning out pretty well. Just in the first couple of laps, Black Cross into the wall.
He's in the wall. Yep. And that's going to be something to look out for with these guys running oh so close to that outside wall. Sometimes you can get a little too close, and that could lead to getting him in the wall and possibly bunching up everyone else behind him.
For sure, and I want to know what happened at the beginning of the race, because it seemed like Black Cross, you're going to have to give me a second on names, Portal Guy and 19mm, they were a 3-car pack, probably a good 2 seconds behind the lead pack, as Portal Guy scrapes the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. Oh!
And he's in the grass. He's going to drop all the way to the back here. Tough move for the 47 car.
Portal, we appreciate you looking out for the groundskeepers here at Kansas Speedway, but they had just cut the grass earlier today for you guys, so I don't think you have to worry about that.
And the 38 of Flash getting passed by the 21 of D-Bat Baseball. Oh, crossover move off 4. Ducking way down to the inside. He's bringing guys behind him. The 1 of Ed, though, and the 12 of 19mm. All ducking down to the inside to get around the 21 car.
Did Flash get in the wall? He lost a lot of time.
He must have. I caught the end of it, but he has lost touch of this lead pack. He's got some work to do.
Yeah, he got into the wall in 2.
So, bit of a rough start for our points leader here tonight. The 38 car marked a little further back in the running order. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead here. Bad Fast trying to protect that bottom lane. Might go into the top. Elvin right in his slipstream. Then you got the 18 of Hamlin Nation. Good run for him so far.
You were saying that, you know, people were looking in to the bottom and Bad Fast was protecting that bottom, but in my personal experience, I feel like, ooh, broadcaster's curse?
Man. I gotta be careful with that. It's crazy how real that is.
Right? I know, dude.
Oh my god. I have these incredible powers. With great power comes great responsibility. I gotta be careful. I don't even want to mention any of these guys now. Yeah, it's still Bad Fast out in front. And that Ally Chevrolet ahead of Mike, ahead of Elvin. Loaderman, I think that's him up to 4th ahead of Shovelhead. Then Nomad in the 8 car, side by side with the 18 of Hamlin Nation. Bad Fast getting really high on the entry of 1, but it doesn't seem to slow him down too much.
So you were saying that Bad Fast was protecting that, you know, middle line going into the corner, and I mean, in my personal experience, I feel like no matter what happens, I need to protect that outside line, because if they're gonna, you know, slide job me, I mean, that's fine. I mean, they were the ones that made the move, and if they make it, great, good for you. But until then, I am protecting that high line. Looks like Mike's looking at the bottom, and
way
he might
down
miss. There. Oh. Looked like Bad Fast got into the wall a little bit. Loaderman might have gotten to the wall a little bit.
And got
Mike's
lucky
trying
there.
to
The
get
door
back
opens
in.
up again. Loaderman lets him back in.
And all of this is allowing the 38 of Flash 9 to get almost up to the back bumper of, well, the draft of Loaderman. But he doesn't have any help behind him. He's kind of out by himself right now.
We got the 51 car of Elvin Priest. Let's watch and see how much of an advantage he gains with that haircut. As he's running in the second spot right now. He's really close to the bumper to that 48 car.
Ooh, little contact off of 4. Between Edtho and Black Cross.
And things are starting to settle down a little bit. The front pack, the top 5 cars still running close together. Everyone else seems to be fanning out now as we get through this early stage. Well, really high off of 4 is the 51. He's staying up to the outside.
So if I remember correctly, this is times 3 tires and fuel, correct?
Correct.
So from what I can remember from our race here, you get about 20 laps to a tank, 19, 20 laps to a tank. And this first stage is 39, so we're going to be able to see who has a very good long run car. And I feel like that's where you make up most of your time is, that's where you separate the men from the boys, trying to figure out who can handle their loose car the best.
As we look at the rest of the pack here, this second group being led by Nomad and the number 8 machine, that Tame the Beast car, running in the 6th spot ahead of Hamlin Nation in 7th, and there's Flash back up to 8th. Wonder if he might be saving a little bit of fuel in this draft.
One thing I have noticed, if you can save one more lap, even if it means everybody else going into the pit and you staying out an extra lap with no draft, you will make up that time on the second fuel run.
Oh, Badfast in the wall off of turn 2, back into the wall, right into Shovelhead, who spins around off turn 2. And he gets it straightened back out, keeps it going. But not how he wanted his race to start, and he is... I wonder if that's going to be a caution or not.
So it is manual cautions?
Yes, we do manual cautions here. They're side by side up in the front.
It's not looking like it.
No. Like way down to the inside of Elvin. We have some new faces up at the front. And that 51 of Elvin Priest to the lead here at Kansas. Badfast, we saw him in the wall. He is back in the 4th spot now. So he got the better end of that deal as opposed to Shovelhead.
And all of that rigmarole is now allowed the 3-car pack of Hamlin Nation, Flash 9, and Nomad to catch back up to these lead cars. Oh, man, Badfast is bad loose. Middle of 1 and 2. Hit the wall and went all the way down to the apron. Got it together.
We're passing them one by one. Hamlin Nation up to 4th. Flash back in the top 5. Badfast looks like he might be coming in early. That's... I figured with being all the way down to the bottom lane through 3 and 4, as he is going to be the first one in. I think that's D-Bat behind him in the 21 also coming in. The 51 of Elvin Priest is still the leader. Shovelhead also coming in.
Well, it seems like that haircut's working out for Elvin, huh?
Oh, beautifully. Did you know Elvin Priest got a haircut? No, it's like he won't shut the hell up about it.
I know.
And that's going to bring everybody else in with him. I think they just want to get a closer look at it.
So I like Mike's strategy here. This is exactly what I was talking about. It looks like he's the only one left out on track. But if he can get a good pit entry and maybe get to the back of all those lead pack cars that just went into pit road, he's going to have that 1-lap tire advantage. And that 1-lap tire advantage here at Kansas is going to be major.
Yep, and like you said, he's coming in now. No one else to worry about. So we'll keep an eye on that, see where he cycles out. There's the 48 of Badfast. We saw him pit earlier than everyone else. see everyone else coming out. They're still on the apron, about to merge back onto the racing surface, trying to get their cars up to speed. Bad Fast is already up to speed here. This will be the 4th car in line.
So I wonder if he had gotten damage from the incident with him and Shovelhead, because Elvin came out probably a good 2 seconds ahead.
Yeah, it could be. And granted, he lost quite a bit of time on entry.
That's true.
And here's the 4 car. Coming out now. So he's going to come out behind, but once those tires come in, we'll start to see him march forward.
So if he can get in behind Flash or Bad Fast, he's going to be in a good spot.
He's going to tuck in right ahead of the 48 car. In the 4th spot, he's got the 38 right in front of him, pushing Loaderman, who's now running in 2nd. It is still Elvin Priest out in front after this cycle of pit stops. So now, like you said, the 4 car, he's got the freshest tires by 1 lap. It's just a matter of if he's able to utilize them. We know how fast Mike is, though, so...
Well, I also know how fast Loaderman and Flash 9 are.
That's
and
true.
with those two
That's
working
very true.
together, I mean, it looks like Mike is catching them little by little. But, yeah, the only way that I feel like I can legit pass somebody here is slide jobbing into a corner and just sending it down onto the apron. And since Mike has that tire advantage, I feel like he's going to be able to do that pretty easily, at least in the first couple of laps here. But I don't know, because it's normal draft, maybe the cars won't be as quick coming off, or will be even quicker coming off the corner than they would be on low draft.
Very possible here, because they all ducking down to the apron through the start-finish line. And Mike's got all the way up to the bumper of Flash here. Let's see what he does through 1 and 2. He still stays up on the outside. Not in a hurry to go anywhere.
So if this stays green, this is going to be a 4-car battle.
It looks like it. So Bad Fast, with what had happened, finds himself in the 5th position. Then you got Nomad in the 8 car running in 6th, and Black Cross, we saw him struggling at the start. He's made up some ground. Nomad way down to the inside, trying to pull a slider on the 24. Can't quite do it. 24's got a really good run through 1 and 2, and he's going to come out ahead of that number 8 Chevrolet. So Black Cross on the move here, from starting deep in the field at the beginning.
Which I think you and I both figured that he would.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's see who else we got here. D-Bat and 19mm, the 2 Fords working together. 19 in that Advanced Auto Parts Ford, running just about a half a lane lower through turn 2.
So it looks like we're going to be coming to 13 to go here. And what would be your ideal time to try and make a move? Earlier on, like right now, to see if you can get in front while you have a tire advantage? Or wait until the end when everybody's tires are almost down to nothing?
For me, it's about timing, so I would probably kind of wait a little bit
Okay.
to see when the timing is right. At Flash, he's going to go for it right now. He's not thinking about waiting. Way down to the inside, trying to get past the 53 of Loaderman, but that door is shut. Nothing he can really do there, as he's going to get freight trained. He might gain a spot. He didn't have to do anything. Oh, but he's gonna.
Oh.
He's gonna do something way down to the inside. Putting on a big slider. See, he's, like I said, you're gonna try. That was the point I was gonna lead to. I said I was gonna wait, but I would at least experiment a little. Like, okay, I'm gonna at least see what my car can do if I were to try to make a move.
Oh, that's funny. I was just about to say that too. I was going to say that they were experimenting as well, because, I mean, you only got a 4-car pack right here, so even if you do try and make a move, you're only going to lose 1 or 2 spots by doing it.
Mm-hmm. You got the 2 Rick Ware Chevrolets out in front, ahead of the 2 Fords of Mike RPM and Showtime Flash.
How often do you hear both Rick Ware cars are out front?
Only in the Phantom Racing League, baby. You know, Rick Ware Racing, they've been expanding their empire. Loaderman in the wall. We gotta stop jinxing these guys. What am I doing? But as I was saying about Rick Ware Racing, they've been expanding their empire across every form of motorsports, from NASCAR to IndyCar to LMP2s and IMSA, NHRA, NASCAR Pinty Series up in Canada, and here they are. Their biggest representation yet, the Phantom Racing League. And I'd say this is their best venture, as they got both their cars running 1-2.
So we got 9 to go right now. Going to be coming to 8 to go.
As we look back a little bit. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Badfast has found someone to work with here, the aid of Nomad. And you got Black Cross. So Nomad actually got back ahead of Black Cross there, so... Looks like Nomad was letting him go.
He had gotten into the wall off the exit 4.
Gotcha. So
their tires right now, except for Mike's, are probably higher 50s, lower 60s, while everybody else is... I'm watching Flash 9 stream right now, and he's like right at the 50% mark for his tires. So this is when everybody is going to be starting to struggle and getting loose off of the corner.
Take 2. Back to the inside. Still nothing there. That 51 had a really good entry. Oh, we got Shady in the chat here. Yes, that is Favre you're hearing. Say hi to Shady for me.
What's up, Shady? Figured I'd take over for you one of these nights. Shout out to you and everything you do for FRR, and hope I can at least make you proud a little bit broadcasting one race.
That's a shout out to Shady and the boys at FRR. Those guys put on an amazing show on Sunday nights.
And I gotta say,
car breakaway here. Go ahead.
I am really impressed with Elvin. Like, haircut or no haircut, he's got a really fast car.
Yes, indeed. So we're about 4 laps to go in stage number 1. As car number 4 tries to make yet another move, nothing there this time. As he finds himself now behind the 38 car. Now, we see what Mike's trying to do. I wonder what Loaderman in the 53 might be willing to do here. Either him or Flash. Flash in that 3rd spot. He's got a good opportunity, but Loaderman being in that 2nd spot, he's the closest to the leader. He's got probably the best shot out of anyone to steal this stage win away from Elvin.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what position would you want to be in
right where
out of
Loaderman
this top
is.
4 right now? Okay.
That also depends if I have a car that I know can make the pass on the inside. If I feel really comfortable on the outside and I know I can defend it, then maybe I'd be Elvin, but it really depends. It really depends on the situation. I'd be either one of those guys right now. Short answer, I want to be up front. As does anyone, right? It's a race. I don't want to be in 9th. Oh, there he is. Loaderman, this is your shot. Let's see what he can do. Mike backing it off here off of 4. I wonder if he got in the wall.
Yep.
Way down to the inside. I wonder if... Are we at the stage finish here? Or we got one more? How many more laps we got here? We got... This is it. One more lap. So, maybe it'll move too early for Loaderman as he finds himself back in 3rd. Move Flash up to 2nd. Way down to the inside. I wonder if he got loose off of 2. He's not close enough to make a move. Loaderman's going to try to go for it again. This is for the 2nd spot. That's exactly what Elvin wants to see. So he's going to scoot on away. And give the stage win to Elvin Priest in that 51 Chevrolet. His first stage win of the season. Flash coming home in 2nd. Loaderman in 3rd. Mike in 4th. So a good run for that 51 car, showing what he's got early on.
Yeah, that he really impressed me. What I couldn't believe is how with him out front, you would think on this normal draft that, the second, third, and fourth place cars would be able to get right up to his bumper, but it seemed like every exit of every corner, he would get an amazing run, and those cars behind him wouldn't be able to get right to his bumper.
And it just shows just how fast of a race car he has, and also just how hard it is to pass at a track like this, where the top lane is just so dominant.
And you can't forget how good his haircut looks.
Absolutely. As we're about to get going here for the second stage. Elvin is still your race leader. Coming to green for stage number 2. Showtime Flash on the outside in second, followed by Loaderman, Mike RPM, Nomad up to 5th, ahead of Bad Fast, who is now on the outside of row number 3, and the green flag waves for stage number 2. Now this is the one time where, contact between Mike and Nomad. Mike gets turned right in front of Bad Fast and Shovelhead. Portal also involved. D-Bat Baseball in the 21. Massive wreck on the back straightaway, and we have our first caution of the night.
So I wonder if that was a lag, because I saw the entire, maybe it was just me, but I saw the entire field lag there.
Not sure. It looked like Nomad had washed up, bounced off the wall right in front of Mike, and that's what sent Mike back up into the wall right in front of everybody. So, not sure if that was lag, but I just think the 8 car just kind of washed it up right in front of everybody. Just caused a massive domino effect and a massive, massive wreck to start stage 2. And we're going to rack him up, try it again. Elvin's still your leader. Flash in second, Loaderman in third, Nomad up to 4th, despite being in the wall. Hamlination up to 5th. So he gains a lot of spots. Oh, 1-9 washing way up the racetrack. Side by side, Nomad and Hamlin Nation for 4th, as that 18's going to go way down to the inside. I'm going to say if there's a time to be on the inside, it's that opening lap on the restart, because the cars are not up to speed yet. You can gain a lot of time down there. But once the cars get up to speed, everyone's going to flock to the top. Nomad in the wall again!
Bad Fast down to the apron. Oh!
Oh, we got another wreck. Ed all the way down to the inside. D-Bat Baseball shooting back up the racetrack right in front of traffic. And we have another caution.
So it looked like I don't know if he got hit into the wall, but it looked like Shovelhead may have scraped the wall off of 4, and the car on the inside of him hit him and just started becoming a pinball.
So, interesting note. Usually we do manual cautions, but I'm noticing the cautions here are actually turned on for this race.
So maybe it's both. If they don't call it for a game caution, then they do a manual?
I believe so.
Are there any fuel-saving rules for Phantom, or is it just giddy up and go?
Guess giddy up and go. I don't think we have any fuel-saving rules.
Ooh, we got some strategy here.
We got some cars stay out. Loaderman Mike, Bad Fast, Shovelhead all stayed out. Everyone else behind him pitted for tires and fuel. And we got a new leader on this restart. It's the 53 of Loaderman. Mike tried to get back down to the inside, not clear. 38 was there as he shoots it way back up the racetrack, and Flash goes way down. Got out of shape there off of turn 2. Stays down to the inside. So they're looking to go 3 wide almost. through 3 and 4. Unable to get past the 18, who also had pitted, I believe.
So we've seen Elvin out front for most of that first stage. I'm curious to see how he can handle, you know, this traffic. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars to pass.
Yep, he's currently running in the 7th spot. Not where we're used to seeing him running here tonight, so we'll see what he is able to do. This deep in traffic, Badfast way down to the inside of the front stretch, all the way to the inside. Got door to door against the 18, got a good run into one, is looking to make the pass on him. Elvin's gonna get passed by the 12 car, 19mm, good run for him off of turn 2. Looked like Elvin got a little bit low there. 19's in the wall. Never mind, he's gonna get, oh! Gets right back by him as the 12 car in the wall. 40, I think that's the 47 that goes down into the grass yet again. These guys are getting all sorts out of shape.
And I feel like this is just a product of, I mean, it's hard racing, but the quality of drivers that you guys have in this league is top notch. I've raced against every single one of these guys, and every single one of them is fast as hell. So I just think it's a product of hard racing. Yep. Seeing these issues, you know, especially when they're all bunched up. Ooh! One car around.
Oh, what happened?
47 around.
And that is
not sure what happened.
I'm not sure either, but I saw the one car also in it as well. I wonder if those two might have gotten together. I do have Ed's stream up so I can see what had happened to him. Ed was running in 9th and he got on the seam right in front of the 12. And I guess Portal Guy must have forgot to check up in time. And that's what sent him around.
That seam will get you every time, dude.
And I think this will be a manual caution. Yep, this is a manual caution, so we'll see if these guys will pit.
I think you have to right here. If I'm not mistaken, they will be going back green with about 22 or 23 to go.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Flash's tires right now. His left front's at 77. So these guys are going to be taking advantage of those sets of tires. No tire limits. Everyone gets as many tires as they want, so don't have to worry about saving a set for later.
So they'll be going green with 21 to go, with 20 laps of fuel in their tank, so they'll be able to make this.
Yeah. We'll see if anyone tries to do anything different. Maybe someone tries to take 2 tires, maybe fuel only. If anyone's risky enough to say. So the 53 Loaderman, he was the one that led them in. We'll see if he comes out and stays ahead. It's gonna be a close one between him and Mike, but I think Loaderman might have edged him out. It's pretty close.
So now all those drivers that stayed out, what was it, 4 or 5 drivers that had stayed out the previous caution, now they're all on the same strategy, and they're up front instead of being in the back. So they got the track position now, so great call by them.
As we're racking them up, and we're going to have a restart. It is Loaderman 501 in that number 53 Chevrolet. Still your race leader after that set of pit stops. And you got the 4 car of Mike RPM in 2nd, then Shovelhead in 3rd, Hamlin Nation in 4th, Showtime Flash in 5th, Bad Fast on his outside in 6th. Then you got 19mm, Elvin Priest, D-Bat Baseball, Black Cross, Nomad, Ed, and Portal. That is your field. That is your running order here as we get going green here again. And a good jump for the 53. Both cars on the front row got really good jumps. But that 53 is going to have the advantage here as he's going to wrap it all the way down to the inside and get ahead of these guys. And 47 going way up the racetrack. as he gathers it back up. Oh, Mike gets into the wall a little bit off of turn 2. He's got the 18 all over his back bumper. Oh, look at this, Shovelhead way down to the inside. He's looking to go for the lead. Yeah, they're running really tight up there. The 4 and the 18 really close together. Shovelhead still trying to see if he can make the pass in that middle groove.
Showtime Flash going all the way to the back. Is that a strategy call, you think?
I'm not sure. I'm looking at his stream. I think he got loose on the bottom and just lost some speed there, so maybe, maybe not. Oh, Hamlination into the wall. Evelyn reacts accordingly, getting around him. Nothing more of it there. We stay green. And Badfast back up to second, as well as Elvin Priest in the third spot. Badfast way down to the inside, looking to make a pass on Loaderman. He got a big, big run off of turn number 4. Looking to try and clear him even before the turn begins, and might have put Loaderman in the wall there.
What a job by Shovel.
Oh, they're wrecking again. Big, big wreck. Massive, massive wreck. Multiple cars collected. And I think that started when somebody back there got loose and got into somebody else. I wonder if it was the 24 and the 21. Let's see.
From what I've seen tonight, it does look like Black Cross and D-Bat have been going at it pretty good tonight.
It was a little, actually, yeah, it was between those two. I think it's hard to see, but it looks like someone might have got squeezed up, and that triggered a massive pileup at the backstretch.
And that's the only bad thing about like tracks like this that are one lane, especially on the top line. Even though it is very fun to ride that wall, if one person messes up like that, you're at the mercy. You know, everyone else is at the mercy of that one guy, and hoping that he doesn't move or he just stays up on the wall. You really don't have anywhere to go.
Now these guys are definitely going to make it on fuel. Badfast leads them into the pits. Elvin Priest was running in the second spot. We saw Flash slide back right before that wreck happened. He was right behind it when it happened. So we'll see if he can make up some time here. But Badfast still your leader. Elvin up to second, side by side for third between Mike and Loaderman. Portal guy might be trying some strategy. Either that or he might have gotten through the wreck. He's up to the 5th spot now. So I wonder what he's playing with here. So we'll keep an eye on that 47 car. 24
Where was
Cross. Go ahead.
Where was Elvin running before that caution? Was he towards the front?
Yes, he was. He was like second, I think.
Okay.
Second or third. He was moving his way back up on that one. And in fact, he has, since he is back up into the second spot. He'll be on the outside front row next to our control car, Badfast. Green flag. Checking that bottom portal all the way down to the inside, got really loose. So he might be on old tires. They're 3 wide further back. I think Portal's just trying to stay out of the way, so he might have tried to play the track position game, but it's not really working out for him as he slides all the way back to the back of the pack once again. But it's Badfast, your leader, Mike RPM, past Elvin Priest for the second spot. Whoa. And we got somebody up in the wall. I think that's the 18. They're still trying to get it sorted out back there. 21 trying to slide up, as is the 12. But I think we're starting to get things under control once again here. 13 laps to go in the second stage. So these guys are hoping, let's just get a green run in so we can get this stage over with and we can really get down to business here and fight it out for the win. And I think that Shovelhead looking to go to the inside of Loaderman for the 5th position. Into turn 1 in that middle lane, Loaderman on the high side. Let's see if Shovel can make up some ground, but he's going to get freight trained. Oh, he tried to get back in line in front of Nomad. That door was not open. He'll have to settle with behind the 8 car instead of in front.
As the 8 car got in the wall right on entry. Looks like the 53 might have as well.
Yep. The 8 car trying to take advantage of it as he goes all the way down to the inside of Loaderman. Oh, really close there. And he's going to get the spot this time. And Nomad's had a bit of a rough start to the season. Hasn't had the finishes he's wanted. So this is best he has ran so far this season, so he's looking to get his season back on the right track here as he is finding himself in the top 5. Don't do it, Nomad. Don't make me jinx you. I swear. Come on, man. Well, he's got it gathered back up here. Oh, we might have some lag here.
Yeah, we're lagging.
Uh-oh. Massive wreck off 2. Shovelhead around, flash around. 19mm all the way down to the apron. He's trying to gather it back up. I'm looking at flashes on board. Yep. It's lag. It's lag. Everybody's lagging. And it was Black Cross. His car jerked back into Shovelhead's path, and that sent him right into Flash. And Flash had a massive, massive wreck there. Almost flipped his car all the way over.
Yeah, that was insane. If the caution didn't come out right there, I think he would have went around a couple of times. My personal opinion, when it was Loaderman, Shovel, and Nomad there, you know, those top 4 or 5 cars were driving away while, you know, those 3 were going 3 wide trying to get in front of one another. Right there, I feel like he just got to get in line and try to catch the lead pack cars because he still had some time, you know, to get back up there.
Right. Oh, boy. I wonder if these guys are seeing what we're seeing as well. I know Flash is because I'm seeing it on his end.
Yeah, I'm watching his too.
Oh, they're all over the place here to turn 1. Look out! Look out, everybody! Nomad back around. He was all over the racetrack. He's sideways, still sideways. I think the one of Ed is also around. There's someone on the outside, someone around in turn 3. I want to say that's the 18 car. Yes, it is. And we have yet another caution.
That is so weird. Normally, if your lobby starts out like right away lagging, you're going to have issues. But normally, if it starts out just fine, it doesn't lag like this. So I'm confused. I haven't seen it do this before.
This is very bizarre, and what's even more unfortunate is that I don't have my in-race correspondent to refer to. So we're just gonna have to figure it out. As are these guys, who are probably wondering the same thing. I had our in-race reporter, MFF Ed, though, in that number 1 car. He is no longer in the Discord call with me, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, they're lagging even on the pace lap. Bad Fast on the inside, Mark RPM on the outside. And, oh dear.
They're backing out. So like you said, we're going to figure this out.
I think we might have a protocol in place, because I've talked to Elvin about this a while back, in case a certain scenario like this would happen. Because I've seen this on the game quite a bit, especially as of lately, where we've had quite a bit of laggy sessions take place. I know, Shady. I know. I know.
Shady knows what this is all about. I mean, we've had to delay him. There was one race we delayed him. We felt so bad. We delayed him an hour. He started his broadcast 15 minutes like he normally does before our qualifying session, and we didn't go green for another hour and 15 minutes.
Hey, Badfast is still out there.
Yeah, he's just lapping the entire field. What a car.
And I've gotten word from Flash in the chat here. He said race has been called. Lag was too bad.
Wow. So it's done then.
Is it? Oh, what's going on here? I think Badfast was just trying to get the insurance lap. He wanted to make sure. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not used to this, so... Flash said,
I'm gonna
taking
try
the results from stage 1, no winner declared.
Okay.
I gotta say, we picked a very interesting week to have a guest speaker with us.
I want a do-over. I want to come back in a do-over.
Speaking of do-overs.
Yeah, let's go to Sonoma. Let's go.
55 laps. Let's go. All right.
I can't race on a controller, dude. That would be interesting.
It ain't stopped me. Alrighty. We got Showtime Flash in the booth with us here. Maybe you can
Yeah, what's up, guys?
you can tell us
What's
what's
up,
going
buddy?
on, because I'm trying to figure this out. We're all trying to figure this out here.
So I'm declaring myself the winner. That's why I'm here. No, it was.
Hey, that's not fair. I declared myself the winner now. Alright.
No, the lag was getting really bad, and we tried a couple restarts, and it wasn't getting cleared up. So I think we're just awarding top 10 stage points, and I think Elvin will get a playoff point, and we're just gonna move on to Road America next week.
Alrighty then. So
So he
that's...
won't get any, like, he won't get winners playoff points or anything like that.
So, Flash, obviously I race with you quite a bit, and I was telling Timmy before, like, if at the beginning of the race or the lobby, when we originally go green for either qualifying or the race, if it's lagging, it's going to lag the entire time. But once it does not lag, it seems like it's perfectly fine the rest of the race. I've never seen it go from being perfect, having no issues, to literal garbage like that.
I know, this is the first time I've seen a lag in one of Elvin's lobbies since the season started. I was kind of surprised we haven't had an issue, but yeah, we had like a couple game cautions there, and we're like in the middle of that green flag run, and everyone just started shaking side to side. So I don't know why, but it is what it is.
Now, I do want to at least steer away from the lag stuff, and let's like at least go over like what has happened in the racing that we at least got in. And it was probably the most hectic race that we've had, because usually we got some pretty patient races. Usually they're pretty clean, not usually too many incidents. And this one wasn't a typical Phantom race. We had a lot of cautions here tonight, so... And you had a pretty good view of a lot of them. So walk me through what was going through your mind in this race.
I think the thing that's throwing us the biggest loop is a lot of us, when you go to custom setups, we're used to low draft. But with it being on normal, and especially Kansas, like it's single groove. You know, even when you go to a regular mile and a half, we're all fighting for the bottom, but you can at least slide up a lane. Um, at Kansas, everyone fights for the top. There's so much, you get so much draft and momentum going into each of the corners that if you're like back behind fourth place in line, you can lift 3/4 of the way down the straightaway and it can still carry you into the wall. So I think I was having that issue at the start of the race. I couldn't get adjusted quick enough and I popped it off the wall a couple times, and it was starting to get some of us there in stage 2 that with us all bunched together, it was collecting at least 2 of the cars. So that, I wouldn't say it was anyone's car was ill handling. It was just trying to get used to the normal draft on a really fast track and it being up against the wall.
Well,
So,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Timmy.
No, go ahead. I wasn't gonna say anything.
So I want to talk about stage 1 there, Flash. When it was Alvin out front, and then I think it was Loaderman in second, you in third, and then Mike in fourth. Could you guys get to Alvin's back bumper, or were you trying to just hold back a little bit to get a run? Because it seemed like from the stream that we were watching that you couldn't get up to Alvin's back bumper.
I mean, you can get to anyone's bumper. I don't know if Loaderman was leaving a gap intentionally or something, or he was trying to get a run. Personally, I was trying to set him up to try to get a run off of Ford or maybe get to his outside, but he was protecting the last couple laps, so I don't know. It looked like he was maybe sliding up a little bit in the center of the corner. But I was trying to set him up. He was probably protecting against me. That's probably why.
Okay. And then the one question that I had from the beginning of the race, and you're the perfect person to ask, is it easier or worse to pass on normal draft at Kansas? Because you could try and slide job somebody, but I mean, we maybe saw 1 slide job or 2 slide jobs work out of like 20 that we saw that entire first half of the second stage. So what's your opinion on that?
You weren't gonna see any slide jobs from my car. I can't get it to be stable down on the lower lines after a couple laps, so not for me. I think if you're trying to get the lead, it's pretty much the same. But on low draft, if your momentum is broken, it takes you a little bit to fill that gap back up. But on normal draft, you have maybe half a second before that guy can pull back up on the guy in front of him. So I think on normal drafts, especially mid-pack, it was much harder for guys to make moves because we were so tightly bunched up. But
Okay.
it's just the way Kansas is. You know, you try to, from my standpoint, early in the race I was messing up, so I lost some track position. I was either going to try to go a lap longer, try to get a little bit fresher tires, or really try to get a good pit entry, and luckily I was able to get a good pit entry. I jumped a couple cars and got back up into the lead pack, so that was my game plan. Luckily I was able to get up to second, but then stage 2 was kind of a mess. I was going to scrap, not really worry about the stage points there and just try to set myself up for that last stage, try to get some green flag racing, but the lag struck pretty hard, so I mean, it kind of sucks, but I get to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight, so I'm not too upset about it.
The last thing I'm going to say to Flash, Timmy, and then the floor is yours, is at least you didn't have a car nose it into the wall off of turn 4, entering into pit road, and wreck all 5 leaders. That's a positive.
I don't know. I think Elvin has the possibility to do that any given week. So I'm only saying that because he's in here. I don't know if he's listening. He was putting together one of his best races so far this season. I'm kind of disappointed for not just myself to try to win, but other guys, they can wait a whole season to have an opportunity, to get up and lead laps and possibly win the race, and it kind of sucks that something like this has to happen, but it's not in anyone's control, obviously. But
Right.
yeah, Elvin had a great run going. Bad Fast was really good. He had gotten himself back out front. Loderman was up in the top 5. Nomad was hanging right there, so it was gonna be a battle for sure.
Well, man, appreciate you coming in to at least talk to us. Like, if I were you, I probably would have been in bed by now, especially with what has happened. But do appreciate you.
I didn't want to leave you guys being confused. All of us would have gotten
Right.
off the game. You guys are still
Don't worry,
watching
I'm still confused.
Bad Fast drive around by himself.
Don't worry, I'm still confused. So it wouldn't made a difference. So appreciate the time, and let's turn to Elvin here. Maybe he can give us his thoughts on it. Like, what is the just tell me what's going on. I don't really know how to ask it because I'm speechless.
Usually I get a question. I don't even know what to say now.
Okay,
How
here's
was
the
the car,
question.
Elvin?
Here's the
How excited
question.
were you?
Here's the question. What the hell's going on?
Devils. I don't know what else to call it. That was the devil there. That was the devil.
It was the wrath of Satan.
Honestly, Kansas is probably my best track or second best track, and it just seems like every single time I run a league race here, stuff like this happens, and I was hoping that wouldn't be the case because we've been on such a good run with Phantom. Whether it's not having cautions, having full green flags, or not lagging. Everything has been great, but that devil was struck, man. I don't know what else to say.
It was great up until Favre showed up, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, it's your fault. You ain't coming next week. No, I'm playing.
So was it the
One week we have a
haircut?
guess.
Was it the haircut?
It might be the haircut, dude.
It's
I
the
don't know.
damn haircut. Been bringing it up all race,
It's the
thinking
damn
that it was
haircut.
going to be a good luck charm, but no.
Let me go
Between
get a
the
wig real
haircut, the announcer's jinx, between the both of those, the signs were there, man. Like, so like I do want to
666,
ask
I don't
for
know.
like, in the future, like what's the procedure gonna be for like moments like this? Because we haven't had really any lag issues for the most part since the season started. So this was a very
Unexpected.
unfortunate. Yeah, it was unexpected, unfortunate. So like, what can we look into? What can we expect heading forward?
So what's gonna happen here is all the admins are gonna get together, including you, Timmy, because you're the broadcaster and you had to, experience this. We're all gonna get together. We're gonna figure something out. So if this does happen, we could have an instant plan to go to and not just call it by, what we see and hear. That's really it.
Favre, you got anything?
Not really. I mean, it was a very good race up until that lag hit. Like I was telling Timmy that, the caliber of drivers that you have in this league are top notch, and some of the incidents that I saw were just the factor of hard racing, and like I said, the caliber of drivers is what shows that and brings that out sometimes. But overall, I mean, I want to definitely come back as a broadcaster and as a driver one of these races.
Yes,
Road-
Elvin. Yes,
Road-
Elvin.
Road America Flash?
I'll take second.
Hey, I've been pulling his arm about that for like the last week and a half. Like just one
Good,
race. I'll multitask.
I got friends.
Don't let him run Road America. You can run.
What kind of a friend are you?
Hey, this isn't like, oh, I don't even know what to say here. This isn't like Scott Pruitt, road bringing and NASCAR or something. Okay, you can have an equal seat like everyone else.
But no, Alvin, I appreciate you letting me up in this booth for this week, and obviously would love to be able to come back, but that is completely up to you and Timmy. And to be completely honest, even if you did say yes to me racing Road America, I can't because I'm on second shift next week. So, but I would love to be able to come back up here with Timmy. It was really enjoyable broadcasting with him.
Hey, Sniper says he wants to race too.
Yeah, just let us know when you're
Who else
available.
wants to
You'll be
race?
back up here.
All right, I
Hey.
appreciate you.
Hey, Favre. Shady says there's no commentator curse when he's in the booth. You and Flash can vouch for that.
Attaboy, Shady.
So now what?
I think that's all she wrote, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Wish,
So congrats to your stage 1 winner, Elvin Priest.
Woo! It's your stage 1 winner, Elvin Priest. That 51 car and that beautiful haircut worked wonders here tonight. What a fast machine
Yeah,
he
you have
had.
to post a picture of it in the chat.
Yeah, we all need to see it. It's for post race tech. It needs to fit the template.
How
Going into the
aerodynamic.
highlights.
Yeah.
A lot less drag, Flash. He had a lot less drag tonight because of it. Just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll do it unless anyone has any final words they want to get in before
Road
we wrap it
America's
up.
next week. Tune in. Hopefully don't lag. That's about it.
Hopefully. But yeah, I guess that will do it for us here. For race number 4 at Kansas Speedway. Congrats to our stage 1 winner, Elvin
one.
Priest. And Favre, thank you for joining me here.
I appreciate you, Timmy. Looking forward to the next time I'm up here with you.
And that'll do it for us. Unfortunate circumstances, but hopefully it'll be better for us next week at Road America. If you want to tune in for that, if you want to tune in for what hopefully Satan doesn't come in and lag our lobbies up once again. We need the power of God on our side to stop that. So, in order to do that, you need to tune in next week, 9:05 Eastern Time every Thursday. That's when we race. Next week, 9:05 Eastern Time. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click to the notification bell right next to it, so that way you get notified when
Hit
we
that
go
like button.
live. And hit the like button on this stream, and also the highlights video that'll come out later in the weekend. All right, I put a lot of work into that, but make sure to show us some support. And even then, just watching the broadcasts in general and the videos is also greatly appreciated. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and as always, we will see you next time. Hold on. Where's the stop button?